Good morning, it's a nice cool day. Welcome to Design and Coursework Chat with Mr. Daniel. I thought of talking to you today about idea generation and development. How do they look like in a journal? How do I know if I'm actually doing idea generation and not development and not idea generation? It's not difficult to tell them apart actually. So imagine if you are at the early stage of conceptualization and idea, you first want to explore. If you have no exploration, how do you refine later on? So in the idea generation stage, you will find yourself getting inspiration from everywhere. Product research is one of them. Nature is one of them. From experience is one of them. You can do experiments on your own to discover new insights on your own for your idea generation. Generally, the idea generation part or the phase is a very playful, highly exploratory. The sketches are quick, fluent, fast, not dwelling into details. Now this is one common problem. When a student sketches an idea, especially his first idea, you will notice that you will spend hours on one idea, focusing on the details, the little parts, how it works, how they look like. Now at this stage, if you are doing that, you are just simply wasting your time. The initial stage of drawing, how it should look like in idea generation, will be very broad strokes, very general shapes and forms if you like it. If you are good with your sketching and you're competent, you can use three-dimensional drawings to represent your ideas, to illustrate your thinking. However, sometimes at this stage, for the purpose of speed, lots of 2D drawings in different views will be sufficient. Keep them simple, use simple blocks. Even if you want to shape borrow from something and it looks complicated, say for example a rabbit and you want to make a toothbrush holder, the toothbrush are the ears, for example, whatever. Keep the features of the shape borrowed rabbit simple. Circle, ovals, legs, using ovals to represent legs, a few simple lines to represent whiskers if you wish, but do not worry about the rabbit looking realistic. It is not your concern at this moment. So for idea generation at this part, you want to be exploratory. You want to explore how things work. How do you want your product to work? The different ways to work. I always like to remember this tagline. I don't know who invented it. I think I was the one who invented this phrase. One function, many ways. If you look at the design specification, you must have a few function design specifications, at least 1, 2, or 3. Hardly more than 2 or 3. Okay? So, if you look at the function and say, look, I want to hold toothbrush. Forget about the numbers first. I want to hold toothbrush. In idea generation, you will think, what are the different ways I will hold a toothbrush? If innovation is your direction of design, then you will think, what are the different innovative ways I can hold a toothbrush? Okay? If fun is your design direction, then you will think, what are the different fun ways of holding a toothbrush? Or cleverness is your direction of a design, then you will explore what are the different ways that I can find that cleverly holds a toothbrush or two. So at this stage, you draw, you sketch, have fun thinking and putting your thoughts on paper, do it quick, have some sense of urgency. Now this is another problem when the student attempts idea generation and generally when they do coursework, is the lack of urgency. You can spend 1 hour sitting in the studio drawing like a tortoise. Now, this is not working to your advantage. You're just wasting your time again. So think about why you pick the subject and do it well. Don't do for the sake of doing, do it well. And furthermore, if you sketch quick, have a sense of urgency, do it well. Imagine the time saved at the end. If you finish your coursework early, imagine the time saved where you can spend your time on your theory and the other subjects. Think about that. Okay, so what else should I say about idea generation? So in the idea generation phase, let me do a quick recap. How does the sketches look like? The sketches should be loose, should be quick, not focusing on details, the wrinkles, the eyes, highlights. No. Draw general shapes. Draw quick forms. Explore primarily how do you want the product to function. And every time when you draw an idea, it can be an inspiration from product research. Every time when you draw an idea, when you finish and you complete, you ask, how well does this work on a scale of 1 to 10 compared to the design specification? To hold a toothbrush, for example. I have this idea, drawing a toothbrush, I drew 5 ideas, 10 ideas, whatever. How well do they work on a scale of 1 to 10 with respect to the design specification? And then the next question you should ask is, how else can I improve? Now the questioning part in coursework is very important. I cannot overemphasize this. You need to know how to ask questions. Otherwise, there's no way you can make progress. Because if there's no question, there's no answer. Oops, another accident. So you need to know how to ask questions. So some of the good questions are, what else? What can I do? How can I improve? Or in what ways can this improve? In what ways can this be improved? And what else? What else can I do? How else can the functions be? How else can this be done differently? When you ask a question like this, put them on paper. And when you look at the questions again, you answer your own questions. This is dialogue with your own paper. Okay, so in the idea generation phase, you sketch loosely, sketch quickly, no details, explore different ways to function. Okay, I think that is about all. I'll talk about development in another video, maybe tomorrow morning, maybe later afternoon after my work. We'll see. Okay, that's all for now. If you like this video, subscribe, like, share, and tell me what you want to hear and tell me what you want to learn in the comments below. Okay, bye bye. Cheers.